So how's your day going? How you been? How's everything?
It's going pretty good. I had a little well, I didn't have a Christmas party. I went to a Christmas party last night. And
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
yeah, so I thought I was gonna be out today, but I actually got up pretty early and me and my best friend went to the mall with her mom and her sister. So I just got back
Oh, that's
from a
fine.
little outing.
That's fine, man. That's fine, man. Nah, I was supposed to go to Rolling Loud these past couple of days, but I was like busy. Like the 13th, obviously my album dropped, and then yesterday it was my homegirl's birthday party, so I was like, I'm not about to miss that. You know.
Damn.
Yeah, she turned 18, and I was like, damn, like I'm next.
Hmm.
I'm next.
Yeah.
But so I want to just go straight into the questions. So after doing a little bit of research, and even not even having to do any research because we talk about him all the time, right? Young Thug, right? You said in your last interview that he was your main reason that you started rapping when you were
Hmm.
11 years old, right? And I just wanted to ask, how else did he impact you, whether it was your life, your mindset, just how you live your life?
I feel like he I don't know, like it was just like I feel like I always got Young Thug. Like I would be in school. Like in school I was not like popular or like cool. I was like really
Right.
shy to myself unless I was like with my friends. But if somebody was talking about Young Thug, I'm standing up and I'm defending his name because I feel like I always got him as an artist. Like,
Yeah, I think even at the time when he was coming out, I was doing a project on him recently,
mm-hmm,
right? Because well, it was supposed to be about Frankenstein, right? But I was like, it'd be cool if like I somehow bring Frankenstein into the topic of music, and I use Young Thug as an example because how the monster, like the Frankenstein, the monster, right, was like judged. Like he was like a very kind-hearted soul, but he was like judged because of his appearance, and that's kind
mm-hmm,
of how I saw Young Thug, because Young Thug did so much for Atlanta, so much for Atlanta. But when he was first coming up, he was like really judged by how he was dressing, how he looked, how he rapped at the time, because it was completely different from anything else that was coming out, right? Like
mm-hmm.
at the time, I want to say it was like what 2014, like early 2010s, like fucking I don't know, T Pain or some shit, like.
It was like no, that was like heavy because with him being from Atlanta, that was like a heavy trap era where it was like Migos and like still Gucci Mane and like just that sound, and then him coming into that like being a trap artist, but he didn't sound like the Migos.
Yeah, he
You
had
know,
like that, like high, like not even high pitch ass voice. He just had alien voice.
yeah, it was
He
like
just had alien
literally
voice.
something new, and I
Yeah.
couldn't understand why people didn't get it, but I just love that shit. The crazy thing is like Young Thug really. I think the first time I listened to him, that was when I really realized, like, oh shit, like rap is supposed to be like have bars and be layered. It's not just I'm listening to like a regular song. This is supposed to.
Yeah.
When I used to sit and dissect this nigga bars. Like I don't know, it was the
Yo,
craziest.
sometimes I do that. I was listening to his project that he dropped a little bit ago. It was
Mhm.
Punk,
Mhm.
right? And I was just listening to it, like the whole thing, like reading the lyrics, like for real reading the lyrics. And I'm like, damn, like people don't realize how good of a lyricist he is,
Mhm.
because he matched that with his voice, and not only with his voice, but even like his flow is so crazy. His flow is so crazy.
Yeah, I hate to
But
be cliche and do the whole like, oh, he uses his voice as an instrument, but he really does though.
he really does.
Yeah.
I think he was like one of the first artists to really like, at least trap artists to really do that,
Mhm.
right? So, is there any other artist that has maybe had the same influence on you? Like I know we both met off of Capital Steez,
Yeah.
right? You know.
Um. Let me see. I'll say. Let me see. I'll say Thug, Future, Wayne, Earl. Who else?
Did you just start getting into Earl like a little bit ago though?
Yeah, I started
Like
getting to
I
Earl. Like when I met y'all. Okay, I met y'all, and I think y'all tried to put me on Earl. And then I was like, I'm not really fucking with it. And then one day it just clicked for me. It was probably like mid 2020.
yeah, cause I remember there was like a you texted me one time and you were like you just sent me like one of his like unreleased songs and you said I get it now. And that was it. That's all you said. Like I asked you like what you mean. You gave no context to
No,
it. You just
bro. Whenever I'm having like writer's block or I'm just having a hard time writing for whatever reason, I literally go and play Earl Sweatshirt unreleased, especially when he's like on stage because the way like
yo his stage
his
presence
on
is
stage
so
presence, his
yes.
voice, his like the emotions he's able to evoke live is just so that shit makes me want to cry like and then his lyrics.
Yo, it does. There was this one song he had. It was called I don't even know. It doesn't have a name because it's unreleased. But he was like, fuck, now I forgot. But he was talking about how I think it was called Homecoming. I think it was like a song called Homecoming, right? And then he was saying some shit that like had me like, damn, like, how does he just do this? Like, how does he just like come up with like these type of writings and just not release it at all? Yeah, nah. And then Wayne, obviously,
Yeah,
right?
Wayne.
I do wanna talk a little bit about Wayne because recently my homeboy gave me the Carter 3 on vinyl.
Oh wow,
Yeah, he
that's a
said,
real
man.
friend.
Yeah, because he had two of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just gave me one because we was going out that day to take pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And he just had it. And he was like, do you want it? And I was like, "What? Like, you ain't even got to ask, bro. Just give it to me." But yeah, I do want to talk a little bit about Lil Wayne. Like, how deep is his influence now? I think do want to talk about how he reacted for the Super Bowl. And I do want to talk about how maybe that could not mess up his legacy, but more like have a new generation of fans be turned off by what his reaction was.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think a lot of people now, they don't listen to him because of his old music, but specifically for his feature verses now. So, like, the Corday verse that he gave. Or Sticky off of Tyler the Creator's album, right? Which, honestly, that's like the one song that I could listen to on repeat from that whole album,
Really?
right? Bro, I love that song so much. That shit. But do you think that, I guess, just when older generation rappers are given a big platform, do you think it just messes with their ego when they don't realize they don't have that same platform anymore?
Um, Probably so. I think in context of like the Super Bowl shit, I think it's just like, bro, being a rapper, I be understanding other rappers' egos because we do have huge ass egos. It's like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to be on that stage, but that just didn't make any sense for me considering the year Kendrick's had and the year Wayne has not had. It just didn't make sense.
Yeah, nah.
Um,
I was thinking, I was like, I don't think there's that many people that are gonna tune into the Super Bowl that will even like know his music, period, because there's so many newer generation people listening to this, like, to his music, like, that don't listen to his music as much as like maybe we do, right? Or just in general, like, they just didn't grow up in an area where they were listening to Lil Wayne, right?
yeah, rap
Cause
fans. The average rap fan now is like white, very young.
yeah,
So they
yeah,
probably don't. But the thing is, if Wayne did perform at the Super Bowl, he's not going to perform like a deep cut off a fucking mixtape. He's going to
yeah,
perform
nah, he's
like
gonna perform like a
one of a
Millie
hit.
or
So
Lollipop.
it's going to be
Yeah,
something that they've heard, but I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think they'd react the same way.
And I,
Like, mama.
I feel like Wayne has been getting his flowers. I think he always get his flowers from like the younger generation. So
Yeah.
to just see him to react the way he did because the NFL didn't offer him whatever, like you've literally been getting honored so much
Forever
lately. So I
now.
hope this
For like,
isn't
yeah.
getting him down or like making him feel like he hasn't, like people aren't respecting him or something. Because
Cause
everybody love Wayne.
not now that you mention white fans and just white people in rap, we already spoke about this before, and you said you wanted to talk about this in the interview. What position do you think white people have in rap? And do you think white people should have a position in rap or even like a voice in rap that matters?
Um,
And I'm mainly talking to this from two perspectives. I want to talk about obviously that video that went hella viral on Twitter. The the white kid from the off the radar thing that was like, I don't want to listen to this unk shit,
yeah,
right? And then I'm also thinking about this in context of me listening to the Young Thug album, Punk, where he ended off the album with Mac Miller verse, right? Which I think these are like two sides of white people in positions in rap, because I feel like they're two very different sides. Like one doesn't appreciate the culture, and one understands what he's doing with the, I guess, the reach he has now. So what I'm trying to say is like, what type of position do you think white people should have in rap culture as a whole?
I think white people just have to understand that like this isn't their space, you know? Like
Yeah.
you could be a my thing is you can be a fan of this shit. You can love this artist or that artist, but that doesn't give you a right to be like speaking on things that we, meaning us artists or black people, need to do. I don't know. I don't think they have a space. And I think if you're a white artist, I say white rapper, I say this all the time. Every white rapper, man or woman, needs to study Mac Miller's approach to the rap scene because it was
Yeah.
like so respectful and so graceful and not like taking away or like using our genre to do something else. Like,
Yeah, cause I remember this one interview with Vince Staples where he was talking about like, he didn't even rap before he met Mac Miller, but when he met Mac Miller, Mac literally made him go to the studio every day, produced his first album, right? And said like, you can take all the money, like I don't even need it right now. And then just let Vince take all the money, take all the royalties from it, and just keep going. And then I keep seeing this with the more people he worked with. Like he worked with Earl, he worked with Tyler. He put on so many people from like that whole generation that I was like, damn. Like he literally brought Chance the Rapper on tour in 2013, I think it was, right?
it's just
He
such
just
a respectful approach to this scene and understanding, like, I don't know. Even so, the video that we were talking about in the group chat or whatever,
yeah
I just feel like even with that video going viral and everybody like being, I saw so many people on my timeline like talking about how, oh, of course he shouldn't have said it or it was just like weird as fuck or whatever. But I also feel like this shit is just a distraction. It does not matter because, bro, you know me. You know, like besides rap, what do I listen to?
You listen to everything though.
I
But
listen
mainly
to
R&B, like,
old school ass music. So
yeah.
it's just like this isn't
Like wasn't I forgot who was in your top five, and
fucking
like in the
bro. Fucking
yeah.
Anthony Hamilton and Johnny Taylor was in my top
Yeah,
five.
yeah.
Were
I remember Ray saying something about that. Like,
So it's just like this
yeah,
isn't even a good like. What are you talking about? That's why I said in the group chat we just have to go back to, hey, if I want to know like how someone feels about samples or how someone feels about use sampling soul music and rap music, I'm going to talk to friends that I real life, or not even real life friends. I don't want to just keep saying real life friend, but like
Yeah.
friends that I know who make music, who are interested in music, who are producers, and see what they think about this. Not some random white dude on the internet trying to create rage bait.
Yeah, nah. I feel like rage bait is like hella dangerous now, bro. Because everything now is rage bait. I feel every time I get on Twitter, it's always some crazy, like some dude saying some crazy shit for no reason whatsoever. But he will say it because he knows he's gonna get all that interaction,
Bro, I swear you
right?
will literally be arguing with yourself. Like, and they
But
do it like they literally they will talk about, for me, like as a black woman, they will talk about shit that deals with black women. They will talk about black people. This is stuff like that matters to me. So of course I'm like, as soon as I see it, it like clicks something in my brain to go off. But then I have to stop myself and just be like, is
is this
this
rage
worth,
bait? Like,
yeah, is this worth
yeah.
me really going back, or not even going back and forth? I'm gonna write how I feel, and then they're gonna laugh about it and just keep moving on. Cause
No, literally, like they're just gonna tell you like to like I don't know, kill yourself or something, and then just keep going with their
these
lives
people
because
are not,
they don't want, yeah, they don't care, bro. They don't care about you. Like they just want the interaction.
we are like these conversations, like the internet has become all discourse and no action. We will be
Oh,
all talking about one particular thing for like 3 months, and nobody said, okay, what are we going to do about it? It's just, oh, I feel like this, and I feel like this. Well, you shouldn't feel like this. Well, I do, and this is this. What are we going to do? And if we're not going to do
yeah.
anything, I think we should all shut the fuck up. Honestly, like, yeah.
Yeah, nah. I feel like I feel like people should walk what they talk, cause man, like, okay, so the idea of like this random white dude that for one nobody knows in the first place. So I don't know why
Mm-hmm.
y'all caring so much about this dude's opinion about rap. Like nobody, I don't even remember his name.
Bro, I don't.
I just
I've
know he
never
said
seen that
that.
dude a day in my life. So the fact, I was
Exactly.
like,
Like,
who is this? This isn't fucking the Alchemist. This isn't like this isn't someone that I can look at and be like, I can value your
like,
musical opinion.
yeah. And either way, like, how many other people would even agree with him when they have enough musical knowledge? Right. I feel like the whole backbone of rap was soul music. Right. So how you gonna tell me that you, as a quote unquote respected rap journalist or whatever, are gonna just ignore the fact that the whole fundamentals and the whole blueprint of rap was soul sampling? Right. But mainly speaking about soul sampling, right? There was a song off of your new project, right? Well, for Camille, called Fig Tree Chronicles, right? And it did sample a really beautiful song. I don't even know what it was called, but that shit was tough as hell, right? And I wanted to ask, like, this being the only quote unquote boom bap song on your project, is this a direction you would like to go to with your future projects, or was this just a little something?
Bro, I literally text Razor one day. This was the last song I recorded on the tape too, or
Yeah.
wrote on the tape. I literally text Razor one day and was like, I need some boom bap shit, and that's how it got made. Um, I don't know. I think I make so many versions of rap that it's like I can do some boom bap shit one day, some trap shit, but I feel like I needed that. And when he sent it, it was so perfect. Like the only thing we had to change, we he it was at first it was like 5 minutes long, and I wanted it to be that long
Yeah.
because I was going to say like a lot more, but then I was like, you know what? Let's just make it a little bit shorter. But that's the only thing we
Yeah, nah.
changed.
He showed me the original intro to that song, and I was like, damn, like she cut this off,
Yeah.
but like still, like, I feel like even without the intro, the song has so much in it that you didn't need
The
all
original
that.
intro was actually really good. I like it was is her name Sid from the band. What is it?
Yeah.
I can't think of it. Anyways, it was another artist speaking about, just some stuff. And it was actually a good intro, but I also was like, I don't want someone else. I don't even know this person. I don't want someone else like speaking on my project, on my first project. And it's like, you know, and I don't even know the context of what she was talking about. So I was like, we can just cut that out. But it was a good intro. And then,
Yeah, nah. I think I was like, when I listened to it, I was like, damn, imagine if she played this at like a show or something. Like, this would be crazy. This would be very crazy.
yeah.
Right. I love that intro. That was tough. But going back to your project, right? You know, not only was that the only soul sample you had, but you obviously had Savior, right? Which also another amazing song, right? I honestly I've been listening to a project so much these past couple weeks, man, ever since it dropped. And I've been showing that shit to everyone. My girlfriend been listening to it, my fucking homeboys been listening to it. Everybody be listening to it, right? But Savior, right? Had a lyric was like, I'm getting tired of the plays, baby. Right. And I also noticed on a couple other songs you had like just like a series of like in a way commentary off of toxic masculinity on the album, right? Even Hekashat, right? He took me on a date, then tried to fuck. I'm like, no way,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So I wanted to ask, like, as a female in a male dominant industry, how prominent is this toxicity with the men around you?
Oh my God. Um, very, very prominent, especially with
Yeah.
me. Like one of the first studio sessions I had, one of the guys that I met there was just like a little weird. At first, he wasn't weird. He like was like, "Oh, you're cute. Da da da. Want to take you on a date, whatever." And at the time, I wasn't trying to date around, so I was like,
Yeah,
"No, thank
like
you."
from what I known about you, you are very to yourself. Like you are
Yeah.
super to yourself.
So I'm just like, no, thank you, whatever. So the next time I went to the studio, it was just like weird vibes or whatever. And my thing is, if I'm coming to the studio, I've spent
To
my money
record.
to
Yeah.
do what I'm here to do, rap or whatever. And he was like, just kept coming to my studio session. Like, he would always DM me and stuff. And it was just getting weird. So I did end up going back to that studio. But that's something that is something that you run across a lot. Like, me being a female, and anytime I tell somebody I'm a rapper, they're like taken aback, like, oh, for real? Like, can you really rap or whatever? And it's just because it's like usually so many men. Thankfully, I've only had like a couple situations like that one time, that one instance at that studio, and then this other instance I won't get into, but
Yeah.
I've been trying to like, what I do is now, because I have some friends who make music like in my college town. So I'll hit them up like, hey, what's the studio that you go to? And then I'm
Yeah.
connecting like that because I know they're not going to send me to no weird ass motherfuckers. The first studio
Nah, for
session I
sure.
went to, I didn't know them. I just knew this was a studio. Hey, let me pull up whatever. But now I'm more careful about what I do because I'm usually by myself when I go. So I'm like this lonely girl going, you
Yeah.
just never know. But
Yeah, nah, for sure. And how much does working on music in a studio differ from like working at home? Like the atmosphere, the whole process, the ideas that you come up with in a studio, right? Like how different is it for you? If it's different in any way.
I'm not as comfortable as I am in the presence of my own home. That's like the
Yeah.
biggest difference. Like sometimes I'm not able to evoke the same emotions that I do if I'm just chilling at home. That's why I'm trying to work on getting my own like in-home
Yeah.
studio. Just cuz I know like I'm more comfortable when it's either just me or I'm around people I know.
Hmm.
Also working with engineers who really don't understand my sound was like holding me back a lot when I was recording this year, the beginning of the year,
Yeah,
because
it
it
was
was like,
obviously we've been working for like the longest time, right? Me, you, Jack, right? We've been working with you for like the longest time. And I think the main problem that we had was trying to capture like not the idea of the sound that you wanted, but more just how to execute how to execute your vocals sounding right in a way, because obviously you was recording on a phone mic, right? But it's that wasn't specifically the problem. It was just the idea of like, how can I make this come to life? How can I make your idea and your emotion come to life without fucking it up,
Yeah,
right?
I think
And I think, yeah,
I think I did a good job of it because honestly, I didn't give y'all much to work with, but the songs that we did make was came out pretty good.
20% big example. Yeah, but nah, like, and I think it's just different when you're working with like industry producers, right? Or like industry engineers, or just people that like take professionalism in music way too seriously. Not professionalism, more like in this industry matters way too seriously, right? So
Also, before
yeah,
we go to the next question, I also want to like go to that like releasing this project. I have gotten so much advice, and I'm using quotation marks here because it's like I don't think people understand what I want for myself as a rapper versus what the average
people
person
want,
who becomes a
yeah,
rapper wants. I'm not trying to like top the fucking charts. I'm not gonna lie to you.
yeah,
Like people were literally like, "Hey, why?" For now, I could have promoted my project a little more than I did, especially giving myself more time to do it.
yeah.
But people were coming to me like, "Oh, you should have been promoting 3 months ago, and you should have." And then this, and it's like, bro, I literally just wanted to release music. If you knew how much I like Marv, you know how much this shit took for me to just drop
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
So when
nah.
people was like, if you would have, I didn't have 3 months to keep this fucking music with me.
Yeah, no, it
I'm not
man, I
signed
remember I
to.
remember I remember when you started working on this project, yo, and you didn't even know where to start, first of all. You were not lost, but you were just making music aimlessly. Like you were just coming out with things. And then at some point that's when you finally realize like, oh, well, I got this project called Vote for Camille now, right? Which tough ass name. I actually did want to ask you about that name, right? Like, why is the project name Vote for Camille? Cause in my head, right, I basically thought of it as, you know, obviously this was wait when this project was supposed to come out in November, right? So during
Yeah.
election day, right? But I didn't think about it in that way. I mainly thought about it about you telling people like bitch, I'm coming up, like care about me, like I'm telling you right now, right? But why did you name it Vote for Camille?
Um, I don't think it was. It really wasn't anything deep. Besides this being an election year, it really
Yeah.
wasn't anything else. What happened? I think so. For one, I was also, I was working on a whole other project called Never Speak of
Yeah.
This Again.
I I don't think I do that.
Yeah, I was
No.
working on a whole other project, and it was like, so all of the songs that you have heard from me, like, Rock and Roll,
Yeah.
which
Marvin Gaye was my favorite one off of that whole thing.
all of those were going to be on Never Speak of This Again. But I just, I really got tired of working on that project because I felt like it wasn't going anywhere. And I wasn't going
Yeah.
anywhere with it creatively. And then around like June, for one, the summertime, I'm a summer baby. It's usually like a breeze because my birthday is coming up and I'm having fun or whatever. But literally right after my birthday, like 3 days after my birthday, I lost my fucking job, which then,
Oh my god.
which
Oh my god.
then led to me losing my apartment
Yeah.
like a month or two later. And I just kept losing shit, like losing people, losing things, losing all of this stuff. And it was just like, bro, I
Yeah.
just need a win. So, and I couldn't, it was just like, I'm just tired of working on this project. So, Vote for Camille literally came like out of necessity of like, I just need a win. And
Yeah.
every idea that was coming to me in that time period, I was taking it. So, when the Vote for Camille title came to my brain, it wasn't like, oh, should I name it? No, I'm naming it for Camille. That's it. I'm not questioning anything.
Yeah. The like it's like impulse thoughts. It's like it comes straight to your head and then you just go like, yo, this is what I'm gonna do right now.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And so that's how that came about. Also, the election year, but it really wasn't too much of like, oh, I want y'all to vote for
Yeah.
me. And da 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 da. It was just,
Yeah, nah, I mainly just thought about it like why should like you telling people on why they should care about your music. Right. But damn, you said it wasn't even that deep. That shit's deep as
I
hell.
guess.
Like I just need a win. It's crazy.
Man, I'm telling you, I literally needed a win.
Yeah, no, of course. Right. I wanted to talk about, Vice Studios. Right. Your clothing brand. Right. I wanted to ask, like, is there any inspiration behind your designs? I know you had the beanies coming out. You had the shirt with the 7 deadly sins, right? Which was tough as hell. I wish I was able to buy one, right? And then I'm guessing there's another one coming out because you've been promoting this one hoodie a lot.
Oh yeah, I wish I
The
wore the
Vice
hoodie
City.
today. I literally wear that hoodie every day, and I did today.
Yeah.
The inspiration for the designs is really just like it's just another way for me to express myself or to get thoughts out of my head.
Yeah.
The 7 deadly sins one, that one was like, cause vices is like
Yeah. Yeah.
drugs and sex and all of this stuff. So that one was really executed like I wanted it like that. But everything else, I literally just think of a design, I make it, or I draw it up and get someone else to make it, and then I get a sample, and then I order more. And this is, nothing I do is just like, no, I'm just sitting
It's ever
here.
like fully thought out. It's just like, you know what, I'm gonna do it right now.
Or at least that's how it feels. Maybe it is thought out. Like, even when you just said the whole, like, I need a win thing, maybe it is, like, really thought out. I'm just going with the flow, honestly.
Yeah, I think not to talk about my album, but that's how mainly my whole album process was. Like, I didn't think much about anything. I just started writing, I made the beat, and then I just kept going. Right? Like I would let these songs marinate for months and months on. And we had a song that I threw away, like literally like the month before.
Yeah.
Um the month before I told you to write that verse for Problems. Just because my head told me like, no, I don't like this song no more. Right.
And I feel like
So
overthinking, like, for me, if I overthink something, it's not going to be good. Whether it's
yeah.
music, whether it's a choice, like a real life choice, I just need to go ahead and make the choice. Because me overthinking, I'm going to be thinking about, even with this project, I'm thinking about, oh, what if this, or what if it don't come out right? Da, 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 da. I just literally had to move all of those thoughts out the way and be like, shut the fuck up. We're doing it, and
Yeah.
whatever happens,
Nah,
happens.
that's how I felt dropping my project. I was like, damn, what if like I don't know, Distro Kid tells me like your project sucks, we're not releasing it. Like right. I guess but it's not even that I know it was coming out bad. I'm just a really bad overthinker when it's my art. Like it's like I care so much about what people think, but I also don't in the same time. Like I make what I like to make, and that's what I do. That's what I'm always gonna do, right? But it's just the idea of like people are gonna hear this. Like this also isn't just for me. People are gonna hear this. People are gonna hear my music, right? So I don't know. I guess just the idea of that.
Yeah, especially I don't think well these are I don't consider these like personal songs, but Fig Tree Chronicles is really personal to me. I feel like
Yeah.
out of all of these songs, if someone didn't like Fig Tree Chronicles, it probably would hurt my feelings. But because like that's
Yeah, that's how I feel about some of the songs too on my album. I was like, damn, if they don't like any of these songs, like I'm gonna just like delete it. Like I'm
especially
gonna
with
just
your
delete the
whole
album.
album, like the reason why you made your album, I would be like, what the fuck you mean you don't like my album? This is like so You know?
I just put my heart and soul into this, and you telling me that it's unk shit? Like,
But
wait,
you know what? Even with that, like, that's why I feel for artists these days because the crap, like, can I drop a gem right quick?
yeah, yeah.
I'm working on another project.
Oh my god.
Oh, well, of course, I'm always working on another project.
Yeah,
But I
of
just came
course,
up with the
yeah.
title for the project, and it's called Tough Crowd.
Yeah.
The reason
That's
why
tough.
I'm
That's
naming the reason why I'm naming it Tough Crowd is because that's how I feel about rap audiences or the rap audience of today. Like, this is a real tough crowd. Like, an artist would drop an album that means so much to them. They spent years working on, and someone will just be in the comments like, "This shit ass,"
like
or
it's mid.
and it's not even like it's like constructive criticism. This is just hating, like literally just talking to fucking talk. I'm just
You know, you know what I've realized now? Like specifically, I think this is more of a now thing than ever before. But people care so much about rating an album more than listening to the project itself, right? So like every time I go in the comment section, let's just say Kendrick's new album, which honestly I'm not gonna lie, I didn't love it at first because I'm always in the mindset of like I'm gonna get something like introspective from Kendrick,
right.
right? And I feel just like listening to that project like GNX, me not getting it kind of had me feeling some type of way. But like after more listens, I was like, oh okay, so okay, okay, now this is just fun, okay, right? Which at that point I was like, okay, yeah, this makes sense. Like this is why you can't review you can't rate a project because your opinion on it will always change no matter what, right? But as I was saying, let's say on Kendrick's album, right, when it was on Twitter, whatever, people were in the comments of every single tweet when it came to that project. Yo, this shit mid, or this really good, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 5 out of 10. Like, you just giving a whole rating, and this album came out like 30 minutes ago. Like, this shit ain't even 30 minutes. Like, so I think just the idea of like people how people see albums now, like they only see it as a rating, and I think that's what kills the artist more emotionally because as you were saying, we worked so hard to make a project, but now people are just all they do is give it a rating and that's it.
And a rating to me, like that is so lazy. My thing is, if you say an album or a project is a 9.5 out of 10, what the fuck? What could the artist have done to get that extra five for you? Like that's what it
Like
like.
what is a 9.5 out of
What does
10
that
either way? Like,
mean? Can you go
yeah,
to detail about these numbers that you're just throwing around? And then you will say one project is a 9.5, and you'll say, oh, this is very good. And then you'll say, this is also very good, another project. And then you'll rate it an 8.5. So you're not even consistent. What are
you
like,
don't even know what you're talking about. Like you don't even know what you're saying right now,
you're
yo. Like
you are not even consistent with the numbers. Like, can we that's why I'm
yeah,
like constructive criticism or actual wordings, like tell me what you liked or didn't like about something. Don't just throw
yeah, like
numbers at me. I don't know what that means. I don't like lists. I
exactly.
don't like numbers. I don't like shit like that.
Yeah, my homeboy sent me a text message that was like, "Oh, I listened to your album, by the way. It was really good, like super amazing. Like this is so much better than your last one. Like I gave this one an 8 out of 10." And I was like, "Okay." Oh, I said, "Oh, thank you so much." What was your favorite song in the end? And I was like, "Okay, an 8 out of 10. What could I have done to get a 10 out of 10 in the project
And
I
you
put the
said it was
most?"
good. You literally, not only did you say it was good, you said it was better than my last project. So what
And
is
not
the?
only that, you said that you love my album.
It's so
Like,
weird, bro. It's so
yo,
weird.
like, but no, he's like one of my best friends too. But like, man, he just got into rap.
Yeah.
He's like like he's like one of those like white friends that like, well, like one of those white boys that like get into rap recently, right? But and then he was like, "Yeah, I give this one an 8 out of 10, and your last one a 5.5." And I was like, "Okay, okay."
But also another thing I'm realizing is just
Yeah.
like I don't even care. I don't like y'all. Your music opinion is just not valid, or it isn't, or not
Nah,
valid. It's just not trustworthy.
it's not my opinion. It's not my opinion on my music. Like, if you're not, look, if you're not one of my top inspirations, I don't care about your opinion as much as I would if, like, let's just say fucking Earl said that my project was fire, right? Like if Earl said my project was fire, I'd be head over heels, be like, yo, like. But no, not some random dude, bruh. Also, going into the fact that my opinion on my project is always gonna be way better than yours. Not way better, but I'm always gonna gas my project up because it's my project that I worked hard on. I remember some like I was at school and I wasn't listening to my music, but my project did drop at the time, right? And I was on my Apple Music. I was listening to my playlist, right? And my song popped up, and I skipped it because obviously I'm not like whatever. I just want to listen to music. I don't want to listen to my music right now, right? But some kid came up to me and he was like, "Are you listening to your own music?" And that had me thinking. I was like, if I'm listening to my own music, would that be a problem? Right.
No,
Because as an artist, and I'm asking this to you specifically, do you listen to your own music?
um, this project I've listened to this project more than I've listened to any of my other music. I think because my other music, like I was listening to some of the stuff I have on SoundCloud, and I was like this shit depresses me. I ain't gonna lie. This shit
Yeah.
kind of gets me in like a kind of bad mood. So
Yeah.
I don't really listen to that music as much. But and I also I don't know. I feel bad for not listening to my own music because I'm like, if you don't listen to your music, who's going to listen to it? But y'all have to understand. I've been listening to this music for months to years.
Yeah.
Like,
Nah. I think, and I know we're talking about rappers having an ego, right? Um, I will say I definitely have an ego with my own music because it's the music I want to hear. I make the music I want to listen to, but that's not out yet. In a way, I'm not saying I'm the first one to make it, but I'm saying it's not giving off this. Like I don't. There's not a song to me that gives off the same vibe that like let's just say a song like I don't know, Problems for example, right? The song I have with you, right?
no, I
It's
haven't
not a song
heard anything like that before.
exactly. So I'm gonna listen to my own music because it's the music I want to listen to, right? It's the music I want to listen to that hasn't dropped yet. So that's why I'm gonna listen to my own music. But you speaking about your old SoundCloud projects, actually was it like comes to another question I had that I was gonna ask you, right? You know, you deleted a lot of your SoundCloud EPs, right? You've dropped, I don't know, you dropped a couple. I know there was one that only had like 4 songs, and I think Jack also produced one of them, like one of the songs off of there. Are any of these gonna see the light of day ever again, or are they just gonna stay in the vault?
Actually, made some of them public. Well, not any like projects, but a couple songs public yesterday. Cause if I private a song, it's because I listened to it and I was like, I don't want other people to hear this, or at least not right now.
Yeah.
But I listened. There's a song on my SoundCloud right now called "Love Is What You Make It," and I just put it
Yeah.
public yesterday because I was riding in the car listening to it, and I was like, people deserve to hear this. I be too
Yeah.
hard on myself sometimes. Like if I privated a project or some songs on my SoundCloud, it's because I was listening to it and I was like, this shit,
And you were overthinking it. You were like,
literally, yeah,
man.
literally. But
Yeah.
but that SoundCloud, like I probably will never. I'm not gonna say never. No, I'm not gonna say never. But I don't think I'll ever put another song or project on SoundCloud again. That's just all of that stuff is just where it is.
Yeah. I was gonna ask like, it's like a at the time thing.
Yeah,
Is it?
cause
Yeah.
like I have more access to things. I'm able to do more things. Like I'm actually able to go to the studio now. I was dropping music
Yeah.
there because I literally had to.
Yeah. Nah. I had a homie that asked me why don't I drop music on SoundCloud, and I was like, so when I did drop music on SoundCloud, y'all call me a SoundCloud rappers. But now that I drop music on Spotify and all that, y'all asking me to drop music on SoundCloud now. So like, what are you trying to say, bro? Like,
People,
pick and choose your battles, bro. Pick and choose your battles.
I wish I could. I wish I could drop music. I want to be a 2014 artist so bad. I wish I could drop music on like my mixtape or something. But
Yeah, like on that pit, on that
I would
pit.
definitely be one of those. Like I would. I don't know. But anyway.
The MySpace rappers. Nah, I wish I was able to, bro. I think I would probably do so much better at that time than now.
Because it's
It,
like, I don't know. Those mixtapes were just perfect.
yeah, nah, they were. But I do want to get into which your journalism, right? I want to speak about your journalism, right? I've seen some of your articles that you sent me, such as the art of sampling, right? And there was, and then when I was doing more research on, the articles um, that you have made, there was one that caught my eye, right? Which was apologizing to oneself, right? And you described apologies as a type of death, right? And then you continue on to speak to your past self, right? Apologizing for the lies, the comparisons, the self-hatred, and etc. And this made me think about the mindset of like a lot of people that could have been at your age or were at that age of that you were talking to yourself, right? And struggling with their own self-esteem issues, right? But what do you think apologizing does to yourself? What does to you for your psyche and your ego?
Um, it's really just being like, really being aware that that you can do your own self wrong and
Yeah.
that, I don't know. For example, when I wrote that, I was doing a lot of reflecting on like, the way that I talk to myself, like, like how you, if you're trying to do something, then you be like, oh, bitch, you can't do that, or whatever, or
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
ugly, or that's whatever. Like, that's how I talk to myself in my mind for like the longest time when I was a teenager. So reflecting on that and just being like, that was like wrong. And I'm in a space now where I'm not as harsh to myself. I'm not as hard on myself as I was. And I literally was just like, I need to, it's really like addressing it. Cause like when
Yeah.
it's, if you do wrong to someone else, they can come to you and be like, hey, you did me wrong. I didn't like this. And then you can do the apology that way. But when you do your own self wrong, it's literally up to you to like address that. Cause I could literally be, at the time I was 16, I'm 21 now. I could be 21 and just never talk about any of the stuff that I used to do or say to myself and just let it
Yeah.
go. But no, I need to go back and be like, that was fucked up. That's not how you
It's
should
like,
treat yourself.
yeah, it's like putting a band-aid on a scar.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
damn, you found that, bro.
Girl, I told you I was doing research. I told you I was doing research for
That
this.
boy
I
in
was
his
doing mad research.
bag.
Yes, bro. But not because, obviously with the topic of my album, this wasn't only like me talking to, you know, Garvey. This is also me talking to myself, because this project was technically made 4 years ago, right? Technically, because I had a project back then that I called Wintertime, and this was literally right after. Like, it was started a month after my homeboy died, right? And even one of the songs off of that made it to Puppet, which was a hiatus. Just the hook, though.
Okay.
Right, that's why on the hook I literally said like took me a month just to write this line, because it literally, like, at the time it did take me a month just to write a line, right, about it. And for this album, I kind of wanted to tell myself like, hey, like, it's been a long time and you haven't fully gotten over it. You have to realize that it's not your fault, right? It's like just the idea of being able to talk to your past self in your present tense with a more mature mindset, a more, you know, with life, with more life experience. It's nice to be able to like tell yourself like, hey, it's okay. Like, just, calm yourself. Like,
Yeah, that's a
you're
good
doing good
point
now.
too, because literally age, like experience, is the reason why we're able to look back and be like, damn,
Yeah.
I don't know. But
Nah, but I get it though. Like, I get it. Yeah. Um. On a lighter note, I do want to talk about the two collabs they have on Vote for Camille. So, Ray and Paz, right? And I just wanted to ask, like, how did those two collabs happen, right? Like, how did you work with Ray on those three songs, and how did working with Eddie on that song? Because I know you and Eddie have a little bit more history. Not as much, because I think y'all only spoke about making music, and that's it.
yeah, we
It was like
haven't
years
really ever,
ago.
bro. I do want to get in like later on. I think
Yeah.
I want to get into something that he brought up on Twitter, but we haven't.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're gonna talk about too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, we haven't really spoken outside of music. But
Yeah.
I think I'll go into Rayzor first because we talked like and we made like so much more music.
Yeah, I know y'all did. I know. He been teasing it. He been telling us like, yo, like, me and Cam, we just made a song. Like, you know how he is. He talks real energetic and all that. Like, he's
No,
like, we just made a song.
shout out to him for
Like,
real though. Like honestly, this
yeah.
project literally wouldn't exist without him because.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know I'm getting on this man nerves because I would text him like every day and be like, yo, I can hear me on something like this. Or like, I've been listening to this. Do you think you could da 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 da? Like, I'm literally
Yeah,
texting
nah,
him.
but man, he literally shits these beats
He makes
out,
music,
yo.
bro. He
Like,
makes music so fast. When I asked him for Fig Tree Chronicles, he probably got back to me in like 2 or 3
10
days.
minutes.
No, it was
Oh,
like
bruh.
2 or 3 days, but it
Nah,
was only
nah.
because he
And
was
the
like, "I'm making beats in a couple days. Give me a little minute," and then he literally was like,
Oh man, he was probably DJing, yeah. But nah, he probably, man, I've seen him make beats in like 5 minutes and just call it a day. He makes so much beats, bro. He's so much better, like, when it comes to that than me, bro. Cause I make a beat a month and call it a day.
But
But yeah,
me and Razor first worked on. If you go to my SoundCloud, it's called Us. That's
yeah,
Us is
I
my
remember that.
favorite song of mine. Like I love that
Yeah,
song. That was the first song we ever did together, and then I don't know how I started. Like I literally out of nowhere was just like, bro, could you send me a beat? And literally from like I'll say from like March of this year till October, he it never was like every month he was sending me something. And
yeah,
he also was all over Never Speak of This Again. And
yeah,
then these three songs were just like Postless Clarity was made in March too. But the other
yeah,
two songs, what happened? I sent him for Savior, I sent him a Lucky Beat. For Fig Tree Chronicles, I just asked for some boom bap shit, and then he did his thing. But for Savior, I did
Yeah.
send him a beat by Lucky.
I love Lucky Beats. I ain't
I
gonna
love
lie,
it,
man.
like
They
bro.
are
Bro,
so
Lucky's
good.
so good. You know what? I'm rediscovering for myself like so many artists that I would have listened to. Like if I was 11 or 12 years old today, I would have been listening to Lucky V's. Like I would listen to Babyface Ray. Like these are the niggas I would have been listening to if I was still
Yeah,
12.
nah, for sure.
But
Nah, man, nah. He's a man. He's a monster when it comes to doing stuff like that, bro.
he's so
Especially with boom
good.
bap. He's really good at boom bap.
That's the
But he
thing.
gets
I
it
feel
from
like Postless Clarity and Savior.
Savior.
I haven't really heard his whole collection of beats he's made, but to me, I was like, I've really never heard him make anything like that. So that
Bro,
man
cause
can go crazy.
look, I've been working with him. I've been talking to him for such a long time, and it sucks because we don't have any music out. Me and him do not
Damn,
make music together, right?
y'all got to get on
Like,
that.
man, but you know what it is? I'm so picky with my beats that sometimes I just don't like it when people produce for me because they don't have my same vision sometimes, right? And I guess I'm just saying that as a producer myself because it's like obviously Ray is not gonna have my same vision or Jack's not gonna have my same
Yeah,
vision,
like if you hear
right?
something, you literally can go cook it up yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I even say that with like I remember me and Ray had a conversation and he was telling me to sample something and I was like, why would I sample that when I can just make that myself? Like I can just like I don't need that sample, right? But that's besides the point. Right. He is super super good at making beats. And so me and Eddie have been like were like low key making fun of him because we only heard him do boom bap. We never heard him do any type of trap beat, any type of anything that isn't boom bap beat. So we would make fun of him for that because we called him an old head. We called him an old head for that. I'm not gonna lie, we did call him an old head a lot for making boom bap beats only, right? So him making trap beats for that album was like crazy to us. Like I was like, oh damn, okay, he got that, he got that,
No, he
he
can
got
get
that.
in, bro. This he probably can make freaking jazz. I don't know.
Yeah, nah, probably. But going to Paz, right? You guys obviously have worked together back then. You were on one of his deleted projects, Wagey, and then you were also on one of his older songs called my bad. Well, now it's a Jack song, but Mind, right? So I just wanted to ask, like, how did that song come along, right?
So Hack a Shack, I was writing to that. I just wrote that song. I didn't even have a beat. Literally just walking around, and
Yeah,
I was like, the reason why I love that song is because like,
that's such a hard ass song. That's such a hard ass
because when
song.
when I first made the line about like, oh, I'm nothing like these free throw bitches laying y'all play Hack a Shack, I was like, oh, that shit's so hard, like that shit's so hard. But I was like, damn, I don't have a beat to it, and I'm like, I didn't even know what beat I wanted. I didn't have anything in my head or like this
Yeah.
type, that type. So I let it cool off for like a week. And then out of nowhere he like texted me and was like, oh,
Yeah, I told him to like I think this is a little bit before, but I told him to text you like, yo, like, you know, you gotta work with Cam again, bro. Like I just told him to text you and to friend you and all that, right?
yeah, he texted me. He literally sent me the beat and was like, oh, I got this beat. And I was like I ain't never rapped over a beat like that. And I was like, hold on, this shit is hard. It was just like the
Yeah, bro, he's different. Nah, he's different. He's another one that's like different though. Like, man, his beats are crazy. I the one beat on my there's only 2 songs on my album that weren't produced by me, right? Or and it was the first track, Every Rain Ends a Death, and then Ghost Limb, right? Ghost Limb specifically was produced by Paz, and he gave me that beat such a long time. He gave me that beat last year, and then that's when he went MIA, just like ghosted everyone, didn't talk to anyone, right? And so when he came back, I was like, "Are you still using this beat? Cause man, I need to make a full song on this twin. Like I need to make a full song, bro. He is such a good producer, man. Such a good producer.
Yeah, and it was
But
like
yeah,
perfect timing. And I was like, hold on, I think. Because by that point, I was still just going, I'll just go back to verses. I'll just rap them to myself because they just be so fucking hard.
yeah.
Not to toot my own horn, but they just be so good. So I'm like, hold on, I think it fits. And then I sent him, like, I recorded it in my car and I just sent it to him to see if he fucked with it. He was like, yeah, this hard as fuck. So I was like, bet.
Yeah, nah, he sent me that clip. He sent me like the clip of yeah, and I was like, ooh, okay, okay, girl, okay. But yeah, I was gonna ask you, was rap always something that you wanted to do, or was there maybe another dream you were chasing?
I used to want to be a lawyer when I was like, because I started working at 11. I wanted to be a lawyer when I was like 9 or 10.
Yeah, you started working when you were 11.
Rapping.
Oh, I thought you said
Oh,
working.
hell no. Not that early. But yeah.
But
I
yeah.
used to want to be a lawyer. I don't even know why. I just remember every time somebody asked me what I want to be when I grow up, I used to be like, a lawyer. And
Man, my mom used to like want me to be a weatherman because every time I'd go outside and rain, and this is a Florida thing, like we smell the rain, so like every time I'd go outside, I'd smell the rain coming, right, and then I'd be like, it's about to rain, and she's like, no, it's not, and then it'd be raining like
then
30
it be
minutes later.
raining. Yeah.
Yeah, because in Florida, bro, like, right, it gets humid when it's about to rain, so you can just smell it. Like you will know. Like my girlfriend even makes fun of me for this because I still smell the rain.
Bro, that's some
And she
that's
just
some country shit though. Like motherfuckers really be
that's like southern. That's southern. That's like a very like southern
motherfuckers
thing.
really be knowing when the rain coming. Like it be when the wind start feeling muddy and then it's finna rain.
Yeah, nah, man, nah. Also, I've been hating winter right now because it is hot in Miami. It is
Really?
hot. It is hot and windy, right? And it was raining yesterday. I was playing basketball yesterday and it was started raining and I was like, why is it raining in winter? Like that makes no sense. It's not supposed to rain right now.
Bro, the world and this weather is just so weird.
Yes,
It was
bro.
hot for so
But
long though. Like November was still like 80 degrees.
yo,
That shit
literally,
was
over here it
scaring
was
me.
90. Over here it was 90. I was like, the world is gonna end and y'all not doing anything about
That
it.
shit
Like it is
scared me.
hot. Right. But what was I gonna say? So going into Twitter, we're gonna talk about Eddie's
Yeah.
little rant, right? He was speaking about how people care so much about the audio quality on like microphones and all that, right? And you obviously had a lot of experience with that. So if you wanna dive into that.
Okay, first of all, when I first saw this tweet, it was like if God himself came down and was like, I am about to defend Camille Godfrey, the rapper, in front of everybody with the biggest microphone ever, which is clearly God's voice. And he would literally say, or she, whatever, they would literally say these words because it's like, let me breathe. For one, anybody who has ever before Vote for Camille came out and before a couple of the features that I have out now, like on streaming platforms, came
Yeah.
out, anybody who has ever collabed with me or listened to my music in any way has listened to trash ass quality songs on
Yeah.
SoundCloud. And the reason this tweet just hold on, I'm gonna pull it up because I need to read it. The people need to know.
Bro, I I remember when I used to show people your music, right? Cuz this was when I was like about to make angst. And I was showing people like your music, Jake's music, and they'd always talk about your mic quality and I'd be like and I'd literally tell them like, okay, the mic quality might suck, but like they're the best rapper you will ever see. So like what like you're not even gonna give them at least a try just because the mic sucks.
He said, mind you, when did I read this? I think I probably was just like laying down, just reading on Twitter, and I was like, wow.
And you jumped up. You jumped
Like,
up in glee.
whoa, somebody gets it. But he said, why is being creative held as a luxury? Everything's so sterile and clean in media. It's true anyone can make art, but they won't take it serious if it's not backed by the highest grade tools money can buy. Quote unquote, someone need to buy him a mic. Why? Art made by the hungriest people who got nothing to lose. That's where I see innovation. But those hungry people are starting to believe they'll only eat if their plate is as clean as the artist we place so much trust in. I just feel like, because bro, think about if if I'm literally over here like, oh no, I'm not going to release any of these songs on my SoundCloud because my fucking mic sucks and nobody. Do you know how much music and
How
good?
much shit you could have lost? How much opportunity and period you could have lost?
So it's just like, but the risk we are taking with rap, like just being more and more commercialized. It's just
Yeah.
everybody wants like top quality and whatever. Like, what is the difference between what I have to say on this, my fucking iPhone, versus $1,000 mic? There's literally no difference.
No, and it's funny too because everybody that has ever like anybody that has ever listened to my music and specifically my last album, yo, the song you are on, and they ignore my verse completely. They go straight to your part. Every time they talk about that verse, they can never talk about the quality. They always talk about how good you are. And then when I tell them, oh yeah, she recorded that on an iPhone,
Yeah,
they always trip about that.
because
Like,
I literally didn't let circumstance stop me. I want to rap. I'm a rapper. I'm going to rap. I'm going to rap in a fucking
yeah.
trash can if I have to. You know, like, and you know what's
Man.
crazy? When I went, like yesterday, when I said I was like putting some shit public on my SoundCloud, I'm listening to this stuff, and I'm like, bro, this is crazy to say, but this is just me being honest with myself. I don't think I'm as good as I was on any of these songs.
Yo, literally, dog. I was listening to some of my old SoundCloud projects just to listen to them. There's some lines that I said that I was like, oh my god, oh my, I'm washed. I'm
I
washed.
swear.
Like, I'm so out. Like, damn, there was like, it was off of it was off of a SoundCloud project that I made on my alt account called Something's Up. And there was a line I said in there that was like, wow, like I made that at like 13. I made that at like 13, 14. And it was a line that was like our glass cast just in case it breaks, right? And I was like, yo, like that's kind of crazy, like our glass cast just in case it breaks, because it's like the idea of like losing time. But I said it in that way, and I was like, wow, like I can't make that now. I cannot say something like that now because it just doesn't come out of me no more.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I
I
was.
think the hungriness of like the hungriness or like the hunger that we had back then is the reason that we were able to write things like that. But I feel like now we got way too comfortable.
Yeah, I'm definitely, and it's like, and this is just me talking to me. Like, comfortable for what? You haven't did shit. But also, I have to realize like some of those songs that's on my SoundCloud, I made when I was like very depressed. So that's another thing I'm trying to work on, is like not feeling like I can only make good music or music period when I'm depressed. That's why, besides Fig Tree Chronicles, them other 3 songs just mean a lot to me because I'm having fun. Like, I'm literally just talking shit, but I'm having fun. For the
Bro,
longest,
the
I thought
way,
I couldn't write a
yeah.
song unless it was just like deep and in my feelings and talking about how my parents never looked like, you know, like, but on some real shit. Like, I really thought
Yeah,
I
nah.
couldn't write unless it was really deep. Like, Hack a Shack, I'm literally just talking shit. This is not me being introspective and talking about I'm just talking shit and I'm having fun and I love it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's the problem with my project. Like I was like in the process of making this project, obviously Paz, Jack, Ray, they'd kind of make fun of me. They'd be like, "Oh, you about to make another depressing ass song,
Hmm.
right?" But it's like, I'm not even like I don't feel depressed. I'm just making these songs because obviously the project is about a depressing topic. I'm not about to be happy as fuck on a like topic like this. But like now I don't even want to make music like that. I want to be able to go listen to my music, show it to someone, and they don't feel like shit.
Exactly. Exactly, bro. Exactly.
like, like I want to be able to show someone my music and they're bobbing their head not because the beat is tough, but because everything is tough about it.
Hmm.
Right? I don't want them to listen to my song and have to care so much about the lyrics because the lyrics always mean something deep. Like, no, I don't, bruh, like, I don't want to do that right now. Like, I want you to listen to my song and be like, wow, you are from Florida, huh? Like, you are really from.
Bro, you definitely gotta get in your quarterback. Like, I want to see it.
Man, that shit's so funny to me. Sometimes I'll like rap really like, man, I had this one song with Jack, right? I don't even think we show it to anyone, but we have this one song where I'm just rapping as if like I've never rapped like that. It was just on like a hard ass beat, and I was just rapping hella like hella Florida. It was just hella Florida. And then he told me like, "Wow, this sounds like Miami. Like this sounds exactly like how I'd envision Miami."
Hmm.
And I even do the same thing with Eddie. Eddie and me were working on some music together, and it was the same thing because I just don't want to rap as if I'm depressed. I want to rap as if I'm from Miami,
Hmm.
as if I'm from Florida, right?
And that's the other
But
thing I'm learning too. Like, I think what my SoundCloud showcases for me is that I know how to rap. But what I want to
yeah,
showcase now is like, no, I know how to make good music. Like, I know how to rap. I know how to flow. I know how to find pockets. Like, I know how to make a good song. That's what I want to showcase now.
yeah, no,
Um,
for sure.
and that's just gonna happen with more experience and stuff. But yeah, man, those.
Yeah, nah, those SoundCloud projects, man, they were written good. Man, it's always, and every time I come back to it, I always listen to like, I obviously only listen to the lyrics mainly, but it's like, wow, I was like so much better as a writer.
Yes, yes. I don't think I took myself as serious back then, especially now.
Yeah, no, I do feel that way too. Making this project, it felt obviously I was having fun making the project. Such a depressing topic, but it was very fun to make this project because I had the like prior experience of making a project.
Hmm.
But I took the work very seriously. Like I couldn't get off topic. The beats they had to marinate. Like I wasn't a. There was only one song that like I made that only took 1 day for me to like make the beat and then record, which was Mr. Burgundy slash Miss Velvet, right? And the only reason it came out the way it did was because of the fact like I literally was having a panic attack, and I was like, no, like I'm about to make a song about this right now,
Hmm.
right? But every other song, like obviously I would make the song and then I'd laugh after every song. I don't know why, but it'd be like you ever like, no matter how depressing of a topic the song is, like it's just the idea of it being a good song that would make you laugh. Hold up, give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a
Hmm.
second. Give me a second. Yeah. My bad, y'all. My family's in the house.
Shout out to
They
the
be getting
fam.
loud. They be getting loud though. No shout out. No shout out. They getting loud. But we were talking about SoundCloud.
Yeah.
No, we are just talking. Yeah, just I take my work very seriously, no matter how happy or how depressing the topic is, because of the fact that I guess I have more of an audience though. I think that also makes me take my work very seriously. Like, man, it was random as hell, but me gaining like 600 monthly followers, like listeners on Spotify, which isn't much in hindsight, but it's a lot for us, man.
That's 600 people.
Yeah, that's like, when was the last time you seen 600 people in a room, right? Let alone, like, it's hard enough to get a group of 30 people in one room. But if you hit 30 people, you have to pat yourself in the back. Because it's like 30 people listen to my music and 30 people like my music, right? But as I was saying, right, my SoundCloud music was just, man, I was just so much of a better writer. So much of a better writer. But it's only because of the hunger I had, right? So I want to get into a lightning round type of thing.
Okay.
Right. I'm going to give you a question and I'm going to give you some choices. Right. So I'm going to start off with, if you get in a fight, which one of these rappers are you calling first? A, Lucky. Present tense is Lucky. Right.
Okay.
B, Andre 3000 with his flute. It has to be specifically with his flute. C, Logic. Or D, Dave Blunts.
Oh God, I'm calling Unc with the flute. I'm calling Unc because really Unc not even gonna let me fight. He gonna separate the issue and then start playing the flute. So I'm gonna call Unc so we can just de-escalate the situation, because it's probably not that big anyway. So, and then me and him gonna go to the studio and work on some.
He ain't gonna work on nothing. He just gonna play.
Literally gonna be playing the flute the whole time.
All right. There's an NBA game and your team is losing with 2 seconds left, and they're losing by 3 points. Your life's on the line. Who are you letting shoot the ball? Shaq, Andre Iguodala, Russell Westbrook, or are you shooting it yourself?
Ooh, I want Iguodala.
Iguodala.
I swear I want Iguodala. I don't. Yeah.
All right. You sent a 1 minute verse by one of these rappers, but you can only have one of them in your album. Who would it be? Steez, Young Thug, Earl, Mavi, 454, or Tony Snow?
What the fuck? Steez.
Steez?
No, I'm thinking of the names.
Oh, okay.
Earl. I'm gonna say Earl. Bro, Earl's just so like,
Yo, his feature game is so good.
yeah, I'm gonna say Earl. And I'm gonna put Earl on some like Detroit shit.
Bro, he is so good with that.
It's just funny how no matter like what song he's on, he comes in as Earl. You know, like if I'm featured on Young Thug, I'm gonna kind of try to match his energy. I'm not gonna be like, but Earl will literally come in and just be like, "It's Earl." Like he's just rapping his Earl Sweatshirt type flow, but it's so hard. Like I don't think.
Yes, like bro, hit that verse he dropped recently.
With
he's like,
yes,
with
El Custo, yeah.
Yeah,
that shit hard.
Bro, that verse is so tough. Okay, I see that you're a huge foodie, so you have to never eat one of these foods ever again. Wings, authentic Mexican tacos, mac and cheese, or barbecue ribs.
Authentic Mexican tacos.
Okay. Best hangover restaurant / food.
Waffle House.
Yo, bro. Oh my god. That's what I was thinking too.
Waffle House. Only because
Yeah,
Waffle House be the only shit open. Truth be told.
that is true. There's a Waffle House right next to my house, and man, I feel like the stereotypes of Waffle House can always be so true no matter where you go. It's so dingy, man. It's like grimy wherever you go.
No, I love the Bible Waffle House though. It's just like the waitress can fucking slap me. Just give me my food.
Yeah. And the thing is, man, I love Waffle House, but that food ain't even that good. It's like it's like the food is good, but it's like not even that good.
It's not.
It's just the
It's not like the best breakfast you can get, but when you consider,
exactly.
bro, you got it, bro. It used to be me, my sister, and my grandma, and we all used to eat for like $30. Like before the prices went up,
Exactly.
them All-Star meals used to be like $10. That's
Yes, bro. I
that's
remember. I remember.
that's
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's like 4 things you can get, or like 5 things plus your drink
For like ten
for
dollars.
$10.
Yeah. No, bro. And I love Waffle House. I will defend Waffle House with my life. But as soon as I bring someone to Waffle House, I realize it's like when you play a song in front of your mom, right? And like you start realizing how many like bad words are in it or like how inappropriate it is.
Yeah,
That's like how I feel every time I like bring someone to Waffle House. It'll be like, yo, Waffle House is the greatest thing you ever eat. And then as soon as we eat Waffle House, it's like, wow, like he's about to hate this. Like he's about to hate this whole experience.
yeah.
I want to take Jake to Waffle House.
Bro, oh God, I think he'll like it. If he eating that, then he'll like Waffle House. If he eat all
If he
that
eat
stuff,
that, you know.
he'll like Waffle House.
Yeah. What's your favorite conspiracy theory? You a Twitterer. You a Twitterer. I know you
I
got some
love,
conspiracy theories
but
in your bag.
what I'm going to say is really basic. Is the Tupac one
Yeah.
because I like how ridiculous
Oh,
it is.
yeah.
Why the fuck would
The
like,
kid, he in Cuba.
why would
Why he in Cuba?
and why did I kind of believe it when I was younger? So that's the one.
Oh my
Also, the
God.
one no. Anyone that's about someone being someone else. I
Yo,
love
that
I love
reminds me about the Michael Jackson and what was his name? Dave?
Mhm.
That Michael Jackson Dave theory was so crazy. I fell in the biggest rabbit hole just for that.
I love any conspiracy theories theory about celebrities not being this or what, because it's just like y'all are ridiculous. This is how much y'all think of celebrities. You literally think Michael Jackson couldn't fucking die. Okay. Like I just love how ridiculous they are.
Alright. Do you think white people force themselves to believe dumb shit such as the world being flat, or do you think that there's just something in the DNA that makes them susceptible to such things? Damn, this one has you thinking.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think of white people. No, because white people have the dumbest conspiracy theories.
Yo, t- that's why I said the world being flat. Like, but B.O.B. believes in that.
Really?
Yeah, he has a whole song talking about the world being flat.
I think, hold on, ask the question one more time.
Damn, girl. I think my thing just lagged right now. Did you say anything?
Yeah, I said ask the question one more time.
Oh, okay. Do you think white people force themselves to believe dumb shit such as the world being flat, or do you think that there's just something in the DNA that makes them susceptible to such things?
I'm gonna go DNA. White people are. It's too many. It's like even coworkers will say something, and it just be like, yeah.
I asked that question to one of my homegirls, and she was like, I think it's in the DNA because a bunch of white people come from incest. So it's like, maybe,
Oh.
yo, that's a conspiracy theory in itself.
Yeah.
It's like the idea that, like, these people come from incest, so obviously their mindset isn't going to be as clear because they come from, like, just like, incest babies. Yeah. But it's like, it was like, damn, like, that's kind of, that you're kind of right. You're kind of right. Least favorite celebrity.
Oh, hold on. Let me think. Wait, who is it? I literally have one. Um, like every time I see this person, it's like, oh, Drake. Besides him,
Oh.
um,
Man, I really hope you say something interesting because every time I ask someone this, they always give me Taylor Swift.
no, I don't give a fuck about Taylor Swift. Like you know what? I don't even realize how big Taylor Swift is until I'm around white people, which is
Nah, that's
yeah.
true. Honestly, it's true.
But
It's true.
it's Drake.
Drake. Damn, why Drake though?
It's not. I have this vibe about people, and I'm never wrong. So I just have
So
to.
you think he really did? He really is a pedophile?
Um, that I don't know, but I do think he's weird. I was already thinking he was weird because, like, to me,
I th-
Drake is.
I thought he was weird because of the whole weekend situation.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what kind of made me stray away from him.
He's just a. I have this verse that I was like, um, "Oh, Brandy wanna be down ass nigga." That's what Drake is. He just wanna be down, and it's like, why? It's like, why do you even want to be down for real? Because you know what? Yeah, it's
He comes
Drake.
from a loving Jewish family. He's man. Anyways, are you the type of person to say your mind, like to say you mind your business, but be the first one to know all of the business, or do you actually stay away from the bullshit?
No, I'm a nosy motherfucker. I want to know. I'm not even going to lie to you. Like, if I sat here and told you that I didn't care about a couple people's business, I would like have a few friends text me like, "Girl, why you lying?" But it's one of those things where like I don't care enough to like go and tell someone's business,
But you would like
but
to
I'm
know
like, what?
someone's
Like, I'm a girl.
business.
Come on now. I want to know. I want to know. I'll grow out of it one
Man,
day.
nah, I think that's something that nobody should grow out of. Like man, my grandma like 80 years old. Not actually, she young, but like that girl is still nosy as she was before, man.
But
She's the one causing the drama
but
too.
see, also I'm also a nosy motherfucker. As in, like, when people ask me, do I like books? I like books, but I also like journals. I like to read I like to read journals, not like people close to me or like people that I actually know. I like to read
Or just
like a journal
like
of someone from
diaries.
1990 or some shit, or
Yeah,
like love letters. I just
yeah.
want to read it because it'd be the messiest shit. Someone will be in there talking about like it will be a husband talking about his wife and why I'm like, whoa, like this is shit. This is like
And
reading somebody's impulsive thoughts. It's their journal. So that's
yeah, and then he just started talking about like his affair that he had with
yeah,
like some
like
like random ass women he met in
this is
Chicago.
juicy
Like,
shit. I
who
love a good journal.
yeah.
Whose journal have I read? I can't think of it, but I be online like da 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 journal da 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 journal, like typing up people's name and putting journal behind it, and shit
Yeah,
come up and I read it.
man. Um, you go back in 1300s and have enough internet to show a medieval child one song. What would it be?
Beast by Young Thug. Did we play that the other night?
Yeah,
I
we did.
haven't heard this song in so long, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna show them Beast by Young Thug.
Bro, honestly, when I remember when I made that like question up, I was listening to "See Through" by Chief Keef, and I was
Mm,
like, "Wow, this is a song I would like to show a medieval child, just to see what would happen."
they probably, bro, if they played them any music from today, they would probably fucking. It's like an alien coming and being like, listen to this shit I just brought back from Mars. Like they probably couldn't even comprehend it.
Yo, like imagine showing them "Yeezus" by Kanye, just the whole album. Like,
Yeah.
man, but that is all of the questions we have for today. Well,
Oh, this was so lovely.
but yeah, nah. Um, I do want to say though, I'm happy that you were able to release an album or your project in the first place. I know this means a lot to you to be able to release this, right? And it's entire like good studio quality, with the mic, all that, right? And to be able to drop it on Spotify, right?
It was a long
And
time coming.
a, a long time, yo.
But you, specifically you and Jack, been there the whole ride. Like, I could send y'all literally me recording from my fucking foot and y'all would listen. So, shout out to y'all, bro. Shout out to all of y'all for always supporting me.
Yeah, nah, for sure. And shout out to you too. I think if it wasn't for you, like, man, I probably wouldn't be in the position I'm in right now if it wasn't for you and Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like, man, I was like thinking about this. I was like, damn, if I never met them, I probably wouldn't have anything to do with my life right now. Like, I wouldn't be making music, right?
Because I feel like when I first, like when I was in the Capital C's Discord and I sent my first like little SoundCloud link, that was the first time I had ever shared my music to like anybody. And then that just encouraged me to just to keep posting on SoundCloud.
Yeah, you were the first person that I ever collabed with out of like my homeboy that like is on my music for the most part. Like his name Darren.
Mm-hmm.
But you were the first person I ever sent a beat to and was like, all right, make a song on this. And you did. It's on ANGST. It was called Vice. But it was just the like but yeah, and I was like, damn, like I wouldn't be able to do this without y'all.
And not only that, bro, remember we used to have like challenges. We used to like be doing little competitions and stuff, like even little stuff like that,
Yeah. I think, man, because we've been working on music for like what, 24 years basically, right? 3-4 years. I think we don't have enough music. I feel we don't have enough music
for us to be like knowing each other how long we have. We definitely don't.
But I don't think, man, in the same time, I don't think it's important though. I think it's definitely way better if we don't have as much music, because if we had as much music, there'd probably be less for us to do together if we ever meet IRL. Like, let's say me, you, Jack in the studio one day. Like, we'd probably be like, all right, let's just record one song and that's it. But the fact that we had no music together, like, if we was ever in the studio together, we'd probably like shit out a whole album and be like, all right, we good now.
Yeah, we gotta, bruh. We literally got so much. Even just the ideas that we have, we got like 1 million songs we gotta make.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, but yeah, make sure to listen to Vote for Camille, right? Out on all platforms, out everywhere. Make sure to follow the Instagram, the Twitter.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram at Camille's World WRLD, and follow me on Twitter. Don't judge my thoughts on. I don't be talking about anything crazy though. I just be talking shit.
Nah, there was one time that you said something crazy that I was like, oh, okay. I'm just like ignore
Wait,
this.
what did I say?
You were like, I think it was like, I hope God don't hear my thoughts.
Oh my God. That's a real, I really meant that, by the way.
Like me and Pez were talking about that because like Eddie was like, yo, did you see what Camille posted right now? And then I opened up Twitter and it was the first thing I saw, and I started cracking up like crazy.
Bro, it's the truth. Like, come, ladies.
Man, it's your thoughts.
Ladies,
like,
ladies. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm on Twitter at 1888 Camille. Call me.
Yeah. And make sure to follow my Instagram at Puppet by Reverie, right? And my Twitter is for Reverie7. This is a conversation with Camille, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great day.
Thank you.